Hello, good morning po. Ayan. So mag-start na po tayo in a while. Hintayin lang po natin ang pagdating ng ang mga participants. Para lang po magkakilala po tayo ngayon, pwede niyo po bang i-comment yung mga schools po ninyo sa ating comments ay sa ating chat box? Ayan. So, good morning din po sa Bayog Elementary School ng Los Baños District, Division of Laguna. So, yan, paki-comment lang po ang inyong mga schools habang hinihintay po natin ang ibang mga participants, mga ating mga fellow teachers din po. Good morning po sa Lalakay Elementary School. Ayun. So, good morning din. Ayan, maraming salamat po. Nag-active na po ang ating mga teachers this morning. Good morning po sa Pasiano Rizal Elementary School. Good morning po sa inyong lahat. Ayan, so tayo po ay naka-Facebook Live. So, sa ating mga participants dyan na nakaantabay sa ating Facebook Live, pwede din po kayong makipag-interact sa atin. Mamaya po kung may questions po tayo, kung may mga tanong po tayo sa discussion po natin, i-comment nyo lang po sa ating comment section kung kayo po ay nanonood sa Facebook Live. At kung kayo naman po ay kasama namin dito sa Zoom, pwede nyo rin pong i-chat sa ating chat box ang inyong mga katanungan. And so, marami na po tayo. Magsisimula na po tayo in a while. Sana po maganda po yung gising natin ngayong umaga. Yan, nakailang months na rin po tayo sa pandemic. So iba po talaga yung landscape natin ngayon. Iba po talaga yung mood ng teaching po natin ngayon. So buti na lamang po nandyan ang DOST Calabarzon at ang iba pang agencies at iba pang organizations na tumutulong po sa atin na maka-adjust dito sa tinatawag nating new normal. So good morning po sa inyo sa Lumot Elementary School, sa Papatahan Elementary School, sa Cesar C. Z. Lanuza Elementary School, sa Puypuy Elementary School, sa Los Baños Central School, Pasiano Rizal Elementary School, ayan, sa Santa Maria Elementary School, sana po ay wala po akong na-miss. Ayan, ang dami po nating mga schools, elementary schools, mga public schools dito po sa Laguna, sa Los Baños. Ayan, Los Baños National High School. So, ayan, ito pong DOSC Courseware webinar for Calabarzon, isa lamang po ito sa mga activities, sa marami pong nating activities para sa National Science and Technology Week. So, kung gusto nyo pong maging updated sa future activities po ng DOST Calabarzon, pwede nyo pong i-follow ang aming Facebook page sa facebook.com/DOST Calabarzon, DOST Calabarzon, para po maging updated sa ating mga future activities. Hintayin lang po natin. In a short while, we will begin with our webinar. Okay, once again, good morning. Good morning, everyone. We will already start with our webinar. I would like to invite you all to feel the presence of our Lord as we open this webinar with an opening prayer.
Lord of wisdom, source of intelligence, we welcome you to this auspicious gathering, an august moment for the pursuit of knowledge that is offered for the glory of your name. We do not wish to ask you more than just you joining us today, but we look forward to your heavenly grace to amplify the desire for truth, to look up for and become prudent to learning. Keep us grounded in your love and mercy as we traverse a challenging path to keeping the inclination of understanding you and your most awe-inspiring creation. Be with us, O Lord, and descend your Spirit on us to maintain an earnest desire for knowledge, truth, and understanding you, the guide of the wise, the stronghold of the learned. This we ask through Christ, our Lord. Amen.
Ayun. Good morning po. Magandang umaga po sa ating mga guro sa Calabarzon. Kumusta po kayo so far? Kumusta ang pagpe-prepare ng modules? Kami po sa DOST Calabarzon ay aware sa bawat sakripisyo ng mga guro. Kaya naman po palakpakan natin ang ating mga sarili. Talagang napakalaking commitment ang maging isang teacher, lalo na sa panahong ito. Speaking of teachers, ang aming webinar today ay designed para sa inyo. You will be oriented about the DOST Courseware. Ano nga ba ito? Paano ito nakakatulong sa atin? Ang DOST Courseware webinar ay isa sa mga series of webinars namin na naka-line up as part of the Pre-National Science and Technology Week activities. Yung mga activities po kasi natin ay nahahati sa 4 na tema. Ito ay ang 4Ks, kalusugan, kabuhayan, kaayusan, at kinabukasan. Ito pong ating webinar ngayon ay under sa kinabukasan na tema. Also, it is part of the hashtag Bangon webinar series. So yung Bangon naman, Bayanihan Tungo sa Pagbangon, ay series naman ng webinars na ginagawa ng DOST Calabarzon ever since the pandemic started. So ayan po. Without further ado, nandito po ang Regional Director ng DOST Calabarzon para magbigay ng kanyang opening remarks. Sir Alex?
Thank you very much, Ms. Krisha Esperanza, our information officer, who is in charge for to be the MC for this morning. Good morning also to Ms. Jos Feliciano, our very beloved partner in the cascading of all the DOST coursewares developed by SEI. And so also good morning to all our teachers, our instructors, in the DepEd division of Laguna, and most especially to Los Baños, and also to the provincial DepEd offices and our teachers from Quezon, also in Rizal. This particular courseware forum and orientation is the third of its kind. If I'm right, Ms. Joss, this is the third of its kind already. We already have Ms. Joss already cascaded this in the provinces of Batangas and also some part of Cavite early on during the pandemic, I think sometime in April. Then we conducted again sometime in August. And then for the third time, to maximize and optimize also the use of this courseware for the e-learning platform of our co-workers in the education sector, particularly in the K1 to 8, because this courseware is particularly developed for math and science for the grades 1 to 8. And I believe the courseware for science and math for grades 9 to 12 will be coming up soon, I hope, according to Ms. Joss. But also I would like to also to inform you that this particular forum and orientation was especially requested to Ms. Joss because of our participation for the NSTW, most especially also as part of the Los Baños Science Community celebration, and for the contribution of DOST Calabazon in the education sector of the education sector and community of the Los Baños Science Community. And so let's nourish ourselves and enrich our armaments in the education sector through this courseware. This is part of this already have been prepared by SEI as part of their answer in the online learning challenges in the 21st century. If you will recall, we also inaugurated sometime, I believe, two years ago, if I'm not mistaken, the first 21st century learning classroom in Lipa City through the courtesy also of SEI and PSHERD as part of our funding agency. This already established the trend, or what we call the new norm of teaching our students on the online platform, because all the courseware that have been developed by SEI in the 21st century learning classroom is already attuned to the e-learning platform of this century. And so I would like to encourage every one of our teachers, our education enthusiasts, our DOST partners, and our academe to enrich ourselves through this courseware. This is only the beginning, I believe, with a lot of forum and orientation going on. What is important is the deployment and the adoption of this courseware. And so I am asking Ma'am Joss Feliciano, together with my colleague in the DOST and even the Los Baños Science Community, particularly the membership of DepEd Los Baños to Dr. Hostiliero, to monitor the adoption of these coursewares throughout the regions also. And so that will make more impact on what have our science innovators contributed to the education sector and to the development of our students and our faculties. And so with that, I would like to greet you a pleasant day today. It's not raining anymore, but we have to prepare for a coming rainy weekend. We are participating that it will not hit so much Calabarzon, but will be done south of Calabarzon, particularly in the island provinces of Marinduque and Oriental and Occidental Mindoro. But rest assured that with science, we will always be informed, we will always be capacitated, we will always be empowered. And so take advantage of this opportunity, not given to all, but only to you, most especially our partners in the region. Again, good morning and stay safe, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sir Alex. Sir Alex highlighted the contributions of DOST Calabarzon, but more particularly contributions towards integrating science and technology in our classroom. Sir Alex mentioned the 21st CLEM, the 21st Century Learning Classrooms, one of the projects of DOST Calabarzon to really develop or to really improve learning through the use of science and technology. So let's move forward. Thank you again, Sir Alex. I will now introduce to you our guest speaker, Pero dahil po ang detailed introduction sa kanya ay mapapanood na rin naman sa video na makikita natin mamaya, I will just briefly introduce her as someone very close to DOST Calabarzon. Talaga naman pong isang tap lang ay papaunlakan niya agad tayo. Siya po ay isang science research specialist ng DOST Science Education Institute or SAY. And marami po siyang hawak na projects dito. Isa na nga po itong DOST Courseware. Let us all welcome Ms. Josephine Santiago Feliciano.
Hello, magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat, teachers. I hope you are all okay after the storm. And thank you very much again, DOST4A, Director Alex Madrigal, for facilitating and hosting our webinar for the third time for DOST4A teachers of science and mathematics. No? And we postponed our session last Monday because of the storm, but we are here. We are back alive and kicking. So hopefully, as with the previous sessions that we had, it was very fruitful and participants were very active in asking questions. After our presentation, we will have our question and answer. So if you have questions, teachers, you may write your questions in our Q&A or our chat box so that after this, we will have our interaction. We will some new announcement as Christmas, marang pamaskong handog for the teachers. So thank you very much, Sir Alex. Also for always inviting SEI to be part of the RSTW of DOST4A. Sabi nga, kasi ako ay taga Rizal. So taga DOST4A ako. Taga Region 4A Calabarzon. So malapit sa puso ko talaga ang DOST4A. Maraming salamat po and yes, we will start our presentation. Please watch our presentation and then after that, we will have our live question and answer. Thank you.
Good day, everyone, and welcome to our webinar orientation series on DOST Courseware in Science and Mathematics. I am Ms. Josephine S. Feliciano. You can call me Ms. Josh, of the Department of Science and Technology, Science Education Institute, Science Education and Innovations Division. I'm a technical staff for innovative resources in science and mathematics education and ICT. I'm also the project lead for DOST Courseware in Science and Mathematics Applications and Related Technologies, or SMART. I'm a science research specialist too, and I took my Master of Information Technology at the University of the Philippines, Los Baños in 2013. What we will discuss today: the DOST Courseware, what is it all about? Its platforms, how to avail of our DOST Courseware, how to maximize its use, and research on DOST Courseware. The Science Education Institute is an agency under the DOST. We are primarily handling or administering scholarships in science and technology. If you heard about the DOST scholarships, we are the one managing it, and we also conduct advanced specialized trainings in science and mathematics, and of course, we develop science education innovation programs, just like the Courseware. We are practically the S&T education arm of the DOST. The DOST Courseware, what is it all about? We started our first volume in 2004. That's pre-K-12. SEI conceptualized, produced, and spearheaded the development of the DOST Courseware in 2004 in partnership with the Advanced Science and Technology Institute as DOST for module digitization, in cooperation, of course, with the Department of Education, who served as writers, contact persons, resource persons, and consultants from Philippine Normal University and University of the Philippines, National Institute for Science and Mathematics Education, or UP-NISMED. So what is Courseware? Courseware is a term that combines the words course with software, so in short, it is called courseware. It is an educational software. Its primary purpose is for teaching or self-learning for teachers or trainers or as tutorials for students or learners. It is usually multimedia, develops an environment surrounding the interactions and transformations of the semantics of the meaning through multimedia. Multimedia being it has sounds, graphics, text, and interactive. The DOST Courseware in Science and Math is a Filipino-developed, all-original, highly interactive multimedia supplementary educational resource packages in science and mathematics. It is a software standalone application for school and home use. Our primary goal is to develop and disseminate education technology, supplementary teaching and learning innovation and resources, and of course, to support the upgrading and improvement of science and math education in the country. Our intentions are this. We aim to optimize, streamline, and standardize lesson presentation in science and math through the use of cost-effective and high-quality education technology solutions. We would like to assist, of course, our learners to maximize and enhance the learning through the use of ICT and equip teachers with tools and resources to assist them in lesson planning and blended teaching on hard-to-teach and hard-to-learn topics. In this time of pandemic, we have to adapt to a new normal. Thus, the Department of Education said that we should explore all the possible alternative delivery mode of teaching and learning, which includes the online learning. DepEd recently launched the advocacy of Educalidad, which addresses the challenge of quality in basic education through the KITE program. So where does the DOST courseware comes in? Letter I, improvement of the learning environment, which covers learning resources, and DOST courseware. And of course, our innovations and projects are aligned and supports the K-12 Philippine Basic Education Curriculum Framework. Our platforms. Our DOC courseware has 3 platforms. We have Windows, we have those for Android and Apple devices. For Windows, we have 413 lessons in science and mathematics. For Volume 1, 102 lessons. This is pre-K-12. For grades 1 to 6 math, K-12, 60 lessons. For grades 7 and 8, grade 7 is 133 and grade 8 is 118, for a total of 413 lessons. For modules in science and math for elementary schools, Volume 1, which was released in 2006, its parts are introduction of concept, activity, and evaluation. And here are the number of lessons, which is 102 for grades 3 to 6 science. We have 42, and for math, grades 1 to 6, 60 lessons. For courseware for grades 1 to 6 math, K-12, a total of 60 lessons, and here is the breakdown. For grade 7 science and math, volume 3, released in 2014, the topics are presented according to the structure, concept first, activity, and evaluation. Topics are still applicable to higher grade levels, or grade 9 or grade 10. We have 133 lessons, 73 for science, 60 for math. Science domains are Earth and space, force, motion, and energy, living things and their environment, and matter. For math, grade 7, the domains are geometry, numbers and number sense, patterns, and algebra. For grade 8 science and math, which was also released in 2014, it's the same lesson presentation and structure. We start with the introduction to concept, and then we have activity, and at the end is evaluation, which is composed of at least 4 to 5 questions. And these are also applicable to higher grade levels, especially I think in mathematics. We have character and setting themes, Magic Academy, Denial, and Predis Love. For courseware grade 8, we have 118 lessons, 57 for science, and 61 for mathematics. These are the science domains: biodiversity and evolution, ecosystems, heredity, inheritance, and variation of traits, parts and functions, structures and functions. For grade 8 math domains, we have arithmetic sequence, geometric sequence, integral exponents, linear equations, quadratic equations, radicals, rational algebraic equations. And since our learners today, or the millennials, are so mobile, we opted to transform some of the lessons in mobile applications. In 2016, we started transforming some of the lessons for Android and Apple iOS. These are exactly the same lessons, interface, and functionality with the MS Windows version. The difference is the operating system and the device where you can use them: laptop or PC for Windows, and smartphone or tablet or iPad for Android and Apple iOS. In 2016, we uploaded modules in Google Play for Android devices. These are grades 1 to 6 math, the whole K-12 1 to 6 mathematics, 60 lessons, grades 3 to 6 science, grade 7 science math, 20, grade 8 science and math, 20, for a total of 112 apps in Google Play. As of March 2020, 52,620 downloads have been made all over the world. And in 2018, we transformed some of our modules into Apple iOS. We have grade 7 science and math, 10 lessons, as well as grade 8 science and math at 10 lessons, a total of 20 apps in Apple Store. We will be transforming more modules for Apple iOS, maybe grades 1 to 6 mathematics next year. For our Apple iOS version, we had about 1,058 downloads or installs as of March 2020. And the good news is that all our versions of the DOST courseware are for free. In Google Play and Apple iOS, you just search DOST courseware and install the modules in your devices. For the Windows version, the complete package of our DOST courseware may be downloaded from sei.dost.gov.ph. Please look for the DOST courseware logo, and then you will be led to our download page here on the right side. Maybe you could download the Windows version during off-peak hours like nighttime or early in the morning, because these are WinZip files, so it's large files and it will take you about probably 1 hour to download one package if your connection is faster than great for you. What you need to download the courseware, of course, you have to have internet connection, stable, hopefully, and laptop or PC, which has storage of at least 3 gigabytes for all Windows version of the packages. For the mobile device, each lesson is at least 40 to 50 megabytes, and you need the Google Play Gmail account to download from Android devices. In your laptop or PC, copy the whole downloaded zip file in a folder like DOST courseware, and then unzip the file, open the folder and look for the icons. Here, this is the executable file, and right click and send to desktop. You do not need the product key or the installation key. Just activate it and you're ready to go. All courseware once downloaded can be used offline or without the internet for Windows, Android, and Apple iOS versions. Once downloaded, use it offline, and there you go. So how do you maximize the use of the DOSC courseware? In the classroom, use the projector. If laptops or PCs are not available for everyone, then you can use your own laptop or PC to project it. If 1:1 laptop and learner, install the courseware in each laptop or PC. They can also install it in their own PCs at home, provide headset or earphone so they could clearly hear the audio of the courseware. If you have a content management server or in each PC unit in computer lab, you can install the courseware in the CMS and then just broadcast it in the computers in your computer laboratory. You may use it in motivation, discussion, or processing, and as, of course, a blended learning tool. Integrate it in your DLL and lesson plan. This is an intervention resource material and can also be a review or advanced topic study material, where if your students cannot really follow, probably you can have one-on-one with the student, have the student study the courseware, do the courseware, and it's a standalone. So maybe you can just leave the student there and answer the evaluation and then give feedback, and then they can do it all over and over again. So it's also serve as a self-mastery tool. If you have tablets in your classroom, ideally 1:1 tablet per learner, and install the courseware in each and provide headset again or earphone. The good thing about the mobile app is that you can use it anywhere, at home and anytime. In a virtual classroom, you can use video conferencing tool like this one that we are using, Zoom, Microsoft Teams, Google Hangout to broadcast the software, and you can collaborate online. Use the DOSC courseware as supplementary resource material, blended teaching and learning tool. If you heard about the whole brain learning system, outcome-based education teaching and learning tool. So how do we do this? We map and integrate the DOSC courseware. During workshops, we do this. You can also do this in your school or within your group. You have to group according to subject and grade level. Of course, you have to use the learning competency and curriculum guide. Then map the DOSC courseware according to the LC and CG. I would advise for you to scan first the lessons in the DOSC courseware and create a table like this. Grading period with grade or subject, competency, and what DOSC courseware lesson fits the competency, and the part of lesson where you will integrate it, and the manner of usage or intention. How do we distribute our courseware? For Windows version, usually when teachers visit our office, we give the CD packages, and since we are all online and in quarantine, you can download the zip file from the SCI website, can copy and share with fellow educators, learners, family, and friends. For Android and iOS versions, you can use share it to share it literally, and the good news is that it is unlimited sharing and copying. For the research on DOSC courseware, we encourage you to do a research or study of our courseware, whether it's for action research, research project, thesis, or dissertation, kindly email us if you need CD at doccoursewareph@gmail.com. And what we would like to request you is to just provide us a copy of the result so we would have insights on how to improve our courseware in the coming years. Here is a sample of the study using the DOC courseware by Ma'am Christine of Nueva Ecija, wherein she won as Best Research during the division of Nueva Ecija in a research conference. The title is The Effectiveness and Usability of DOC courseware Integrated with Central Dogma of Molecular Genetics for grade 8 students. And the findings are very positive. Actually, all the research is done in DOC courseware yielded to very good findings. Here's another one by Ma'am Hazel Joyce of the UPLB. She teaches at the UP Rural High School. She won as Best Thesis, College of Education, UP Diliman, Quezon City. Co-creating scripts for computer-supported collaborative learning effects on students' logical thinking and collective efficacy in science. Here are the topics or lessons for Grade 3 Science, Pre-K-12. Grade 4 Science, Grade 5 Science, Grade 6, for Grade 1 Math, Grade 2, Grade 3 Math, Grade 4 Math, Grade 5 Math, Grade 6, and for Grades 3 to 6 Science Android versions, we have 12 lessons. For Grade 3, we have 3 each. For Grade 4, Grade 5, and Grade 6. For Grades 1 to 6 Mathematics, Microsoft Windows and Android. For Grade 1 Math, Grade 2 Math, Grade 3 Math, Grade 4, Grade 5, Grade 6, and for Grade 7 Science Windows version, Grade 7, Grade 7 Science, Carrying Capacity of Ecosystems, Flow of Energy in the Ecosystem, Living Things, Nature, Environment, Matter, Mixtures, Elements and Compounds, States of Matter, Symbols of Atoms and Molecules, Solving Problems Involving Geometry, that's for Grade 7 Math, Integers and Fractions, Multiplication of Integers, Properties of Integers, Polynomials, Binomials, Factoring, a lot of lessons in factoring, Laws of Exponents, Intercepts, properties of equality, solution sets on the number line, solving problems involving money, subtracting polynomials, sum and difference of two terms, translating algebraic expressions to verbal phrases, special products and factoring to solve problems. For grade 8 science, biological system of classification, kingdom fungi, the fern, viruses, effects of technology and evolution, pattern of evolution, primates, theories of evolution, development of a baby, diffusion and osmosis, food production and needs, natural and human-made ecosystems, roots, scientific method, different life processes, excretory system, respiratory system, human reproductive system, circulatory and lymphatic systems. For grade 8 math, arithmetic means, sequence, geometric sequence, the nth term of a geometric sequence, positive integral exponents, simplify expressions with rational exponents, graphs of linear inequalities, solutions of linear inequalities by graphing, solutions of linear inequalities by graphing, and solving number relation problems using equation in two variables. Quadratic equations, the quadratic formula, solving quadratic equations by factoring, division of radicals, equations containing radicals, multiplication of radicals, direct variation, direct square variation, equations containing rational algebraic expressions, inverse variation, joint variation, solve problems with rational algebraic expressions, the LCD of the similar rational algebraic expressions. And for the grade 7 science Android, here are the lessons. We have 10. Physical changes in matter, states of matter, energy sources, force of motion. These are the same module with the Windows version. For grade 7 math, we also have 10. Multiplying polynomials, properties of inequality, factoring completely. And for grade 8 science, for Android, DNA replication, DNA structure, protein synthesis. For grade 8 math, Android, arithmetic sequence, simplifying radical expressions. We will be converting or transforming more lessons in Windows to Android versions for mobile devices. And for grade 7 and 8 science Apple versions, here are the lessons. We have DNA structure, biological system classification, ecosystems. For grade 7 and 8 math, sum and difference of two terms, translating verbal phrases to algebraic expressions, systems of linear equations and graphs. We go to the live demonstration of our courseware. Here. To give you idea how it works, highly interactive. So you just choose the module. For example here, finding the area of a circle. This is for grades 1 to 6 math. Just maximize it. So 3 parts: activity, fixing skills, and evaluation. So you cannot proceed, or the learner cannot proceed to fixing skills without finishing first the activity. And we wouldn't want to make it a habit to escape, so that the learner would fully understand the lesson being presented. And at the end of every lesson, we have the evaluation, and then you can choose another topic. So we have 60 lessons in grades 1 to 6 mathematics or Android version. So now we will have a grade 7 demonstration. So you would see how it looks. So can you share here? And this is grade 7. Choose the topics. For science, for example, you just scroll and then click the lesson. For math, these are the domains. Click and then choose the lesson. Scroll down. For example, patterns in algebra. And then once you've chosen one, press start. And then you're good to go. Press home. These are the menus: home, minimize, maximize, and exit. Some questions here. Activity. You want to go home and go to another lesson, you just press back. Okay. Here's another example. And then for another example, grade 8. We have the same interface with the grade 7 courseware. Choose the topic or the lesson. Science, example. Scroll down. And the graphics are really very nice. And these are all developed and designed by our Filipino artists, programmers, and designers. Here's another one. That one is one theme, and this is Magic Academy theme. All right. So it's so easy to use, very easy to navigate, and the learners and you will not find it hard really to operate the DOST courseware. So we have a social media site that's DOST courseware. Search it in Facebook, so you'll be updated in our new projects and innovations. And you can connect with me through our email, dostcoursewareph@gmail.com. And the download site is www.sei.dost.gov.ph. Salamat po at mabuhay po.
There. Thank you so much, Mrs. Josephine. So if you have questions regarding the how to use or any question related to the to the use of the DOST courseware, you may put that in our Q&A or in our chat box. If you're watching this over on Facebook Live, you may you may comment in your questions. And Ms. Josephine is here with us to answer your questions. So again, to download the application, the DOST Courseware application, you see through the presentation that how child friendly it is, and how easy it is to navigate in. So you may download it in your Windows device, on your laptop or your personal computer, your desktop, by checking it on www.sei.dost.gov.ph and clicking the DOST Courseware logo. Now, if you want to download it in your mobile device, in your mobile phone, you can get it on Google Play or the Apple Store by searching the OST courseware in the Apple or Google Store. So that's how we can access the OST courseware. I actually tried downloading some of the coursewares on my mobile device, so I was able to check it out. I downloaded genetic engineering. That's what I'm interested about right now. So for questions, you may just ask away so that Miss Josephine here can answer it with us. Good morning, Ma'am
Okay.
Jo.
Hi, good
Kamusta po
morning.
tayo?
Hi, Krisha. Good morning.
Hello po.
Is everybody seeing my screen? Can you
Yes
see my
po.
screen now? Okay. So before we go to our question and answer, we have some few slides more here for some very important announcements, and some tips and some takeaways from our webinar. Of course, in our new normal, where does the DOSC courseware falls among the learning delivery modality para sa inyong mga anak, and it's for everyone. I think it falls under the distance learning offline digital modules, wherein you only need the internet to download our courseware. But after downloading that, you can use that as an offline digital module. So it falls under here. And if you intend to use our DOSC courseware in broadcasts, for example, radio, TV, and social media, and for print modules. So dalawa kasi yan eh, no? May online and then meron print modules. You can use the Creative Commons licensing. This allows the users to distribute, remix, adapt, and build upon the material in any medium or format for non-commercial purposes only, and only so long as attribution or credit is given to the creator, which is DOST-SCI. So you should include the following elements: BY, and credit must be given to DOST-SCI and NC. For only non-commercial uses of the work are permitted, or non-profit or non-proprietary. So please use this symbol here. Ito pong drawing na naandito. You should include this in all your materials, whether it's broadcast or print modules. I understand that in some regions, for example, in Region 1, they have local radio stations and they want to broadcast our courseware there, by means of local also televisions, local television and radio. So we permit the use of that, granting that you put the Creative Commons license here, and of course, give acknowledgement to the USSCI. Okay po. And some takeaway from our webinar for today, the DOSC course may be integrated to self-learning module as an offline self-learning material, as I mentioned earlier. And you can always conduct a virtual session with your head teacher in your group to discuss the integration of the courseware in the most essential learning competency, na kumonti na, no? From, I think, 5,000 na lang yata yung inyong MELC from 10,000. And we have 5 questions for the each courseware or lesson that's in there. Pero yung 5 questions at the end of it, parang evaluation siya. It's not really very technical to assess the learning of your learners. So you can always design a pre-test and post-test using the DOC courseware. When we pilot tested our courseware, so yung mga teachers sa classroom pa yun, no, they integrate the courseware in the classroom teaching, and then they design the pre-test and post-test. And do not forget to share, copy, and install the courseware. There's unlimited sharing, copying and installation. So if you have laptop, if you have PC, and then if you have tablets and mobile phones, we have 3 platforms that you can choose from. So unlimited installation po yan and copying. And you can, of course, download the DOST courseware regardless of the subject and the grade level that you teach. Please share this also with your co-teachers or non-science, to the parents. Of course, please share this with the students. No, importante sa mga students, you can share this. And if I may advise you to download this during off-peak hours, early in the morning or in the evening, especially the MS Windows version. Kasi ito ay zip file po ang MS Windows version. So minsan pag nagkakaroon tayo ng interruption sa ating pag-download, hindi nyo na-extract yung file. So yung buong package ay hindi na-install. So peak hour starts from 9 o'clock until 4 o'clock, I think. So before that and after that, maybe try downloading our courseware. For Android naman, at maybe downloaded one by one. Estimated mga 40 to 50 MB lang po yung ating app, each of it. And from Google Play, if you happen to download the Courseware player, it looks like this. It's just a menu. So, topics or lessons that are listed here, you should download pa rin po ito. No? But you can always download each of the courseware or module or topic individually. It will both run with or without the menu. Pero ang ganda lang kasi ng menu kasi meron kang controller eh. So andun na lahat yung mobile apps mo. So click ka na lang click doon. Unlike nung pag isa-isa mo siyang dinownload, naka-install siya doon sa desktop mo, sa mobile app mo, sa screen, home screen mo, and then isa-isa mo siyang i-click. While kung may courseware player ka, isa lang i-open mo. Then andun na lahat ng topics and then just press it to open. And we are at Commons of DepEd. In Spotlight, search the DOST courseware. I think uploaded na po doon yung ating mobile apps. So you have many ways of downloading our courseware. There are many sources. And our major or main download site is this, sei.dost.gov.ph. At the right hand of our website, harapin niyo po yung logo ng DOST courseware. It's here. And then click this. And then you'll be led to the download page. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 links here. Each of the link is equivalent to 1 CD package of the courseware. So ito po talaga yung kompleto. So tiyagain nyo po yan. I think all of the 5 packages kasi sa 8 gigabytes USB. So after downloading that as zip file, extract it and then share it to everyone, to the co-teachers, non-science and math, parents, and learners. And for our mobile apps, search DOST courseware from Google Play and Apple Store. Okay. And yeah, this is the good news that I've been telling you guys earlier. We will be releasing additional modules in December 2020. So it's ongoing po yung transformation from Windows to Android of these topics. We added 5 more for grade 7 science and grade 8 science. Here's the list. And for grade 7 math and grade 8 math. Now, if you will notice, grade 7 and 8, solving problems lahat yan, plus mga problem solvings. Now, as requested by the teachers who attended our webinar previously, this is our 182nd session. Okay, so this is what they're asking for. And I hope you will also download all our other modules. Apart from this, we will upload this in December as a probably Christmas gift to all of you teachers. We will transform more next year. And also in 2021, we will be launching our other education technologies. That's CIMATAR for grade 7 or 8. It's strategic intervention materials for teaching with augmented reality. I understand that teachers from public schools especially develops SIM, strategic intervention materials. So what I did, this is the sample of the SIM. It's not just a SIM na print nyo sa bond paper, usually printed in bond paper and then bind it. So what we did is to transform it to parang comics. Okay, so it looks like this. Para po siyang comics. Then when you open it, very beautiful graphics like this. But there's more to the drawing or the design of our Scimitar. Meron po siya augmented reality. Okay, meron siyang application or software na kasama, mobile phone, so that when you download the app, the Simatar, and then pag tinapat niyo po yung app dito, gagalaw po yung drawing. Okay, mag-aano siya, mag-animate siya. Alright, so 5 modules. This is the amazing visitors of planet Earth. And this is Break on the Moves Earthquake. A Storm is Born. Understanding the Formation of Typhoon here. And Journey into the Cell. Okay, and Matter. So we have 5 modules, SIM or SIMATAR, that we will be launching in 2021 for grade 7 or 8. Kaya abangan nyo po yan. And storybooks for preschool. These are stories in science and mathematics for preschool. So also in 2021, we will be launching that. Kaya please like our Facebook page. Search DOST Courseware Facebook for the announcements if these materials are already available. Okay. And also we have a reviewer for your students who applied for the DOST scholarships, which will be held next year. We have a reviewer in PDF file. This is free also to download. And this is the download site, sei.dost.gov.ph/sensabilidad. It's a PDF file. Okay, mahaba-haba pa po yung kanilang time to review. And yeah, as I mentioned, search our DOST Courseware in Facebook, our social media site for announcements. And you can always email me at dostcoursewareph@gmail.com. Okay, so we go to our question and answers. If you have questions, teachers. Okay. If I may read this, Krisha, si Ma'am Imelda Alvarez. Okay, Ma'am Imelda said, good morning. Thanks for this courseware. I have been using this for 2 years now. The easy access is very helpful, very interactive. Maraming salamat po, Ma'am Imelda. And I hope you'll share also to your co-teachers and to anybody you know, even if hindi taga Region 4, no? For all the friends, I know you have friends from other regions. And 2 years ago, we parang wala pa kaming mobile app. Now we have the mobile app. And we hope to transform all the Windows version to Android and Apple. Kasi po hindi naman lahat talaga. Mas marami yung mga students natin or learners na merong tablets or mobile phone. So hopefully yes. But in December, we have 20 more modules for launching. So abangan nyo po yan. Krisha, do you have questions on Facebook?
Oh yes po. Meron po tayong mga participants here that's having difficulty downloading the DOST courseware in their Android devices. Meron na po ba kayong na-encounter na ganong mga problems in the past, Ms. Jo?
Okay. Please email me at dostcoursewareph@gmail.com if you are having trouble in downloading the app. Is it related to the internet connectivity? Is it related to installation? So please screen cap the error and then send it to me at dostcoursewareph@gmail.com so we could assist you. Yeah, so specific issue na na-encounter niyo po. Okay, para ma-troubleshoot po natin. I think I have 1, 2, 3, or 4, 5. Ang naging issue doon is the mobile app is compatible to Android 6 and later. So baka yung version ng Android is lower than 6. That's the most common. But anyway, please email me your concerns at dostcoursewareph@gmail.com so we could assist you. Thank you. Okay,
Yes, so,
next question.
so while we're waiting po for the questions to come in, I also have a question po, Ms. Jo.
Yes.
Have you considered po parang using Filipino language or any Filipino languages po in the development po of the applications?
Yes, in fact, that's my thesis in my master's in UP. It's called localization of our courseware. When I plan to produce courseware in the mother tongue No? So we already have the scripts for primary ang ano yan grades 1 to 3 at least. No? We already have the scripts from English to Tagalog. And we will also, of course, consider other regions. So probably the major in North is Ilocano and then sa Visayas and then in Mindanao. So yes, I have plans to localize our DOSC courseware. Probably it's not the same courseware. We will have new ones and a mix of the old and the new ones to fit with the curriculum and the learning competency. Yeah, thank you for the question.
Thank you din po. Also, additional po message, no? This is not really po a question, but for example, po, our teachers here have parang recommendations po on future topics they'd want po na ma-integrate or magkaroon, may ma-develop po tayong program for it. Can they email that to you po? Or ano po yung parang way po natin para magkapagbigay po sila ng recommendations. Kunwari, meron silang topic na gusto po nilang sana meron po tayong application for it. Yes po.
Yes, of course. You can email me your suggested topics. In fact, these topics that's on your screen right now, ongoing transformation from Windows to Android. These are the suggested topics of the participants, teachers from our webinars. So, ma'am, do you have this? Do you have that? Can we have this? Some mobile applications. In fact, there are a lot more requests to transform from Windows to Android. And yes, we will allocate more budget next year for the transformation. So we have 400 plus Windows topics, nakaka-100 ano pa lang kami. So 1/4 pa lang. So we will try our best to transform more Windows version to Android version and Apple iOS versions. Wala ba magtatanong for grades 9 and 10?
Oh, yes po.
Yes.
Yes. Grades 9 and 10. Yes po, ma'am.
Okay. Grade 9 we will develop next year. Okay. We already have the scripts. So it's scheduled next year. And we will launch it alongside Simatar and the storybooks and the grade 9 modules, science and math. After that, hopefully grade 10. For senior high school, we will still write the script. So medyo ang treatment kasi doon sa senior high school, medyo different. No? Okay, so next, abangan niyo po yan.
Yes po. Nag-increase
next
din po
question.
nag-increase din po ata, Ms. Joy, yung pressure to develop more applications because of the pandemic. Tama po ba?
Well, actually, before the pandemic, kahit wala pa, talagang naka-schedule next year in development ng grade 9. Kasi already have the scripts. We want to complete it until at least grade 10. So, it's just that during the pandemic, the positive effect, if I may say it, to our project is that we were able to hold virtual seminars or webinars, and we reached more teachers comparing to face-to-face, where you can only accommodate like 100 per day, but in a day we can have like 1,000 participants online. So mas marami yung reach namin. If there's one positive thing that happened to the project, it's that our reach was greater than the face-to-face. So we are thankful, of course, to other DOC regional offices who invited us to conduct webinars in their respective regions. And this is really the objective of our course, where no marating lahat ng teachers, malaman lahat ng teachers in science and math, or even non-science and math teachers, and the parents and the learners, that we have these teaching and learning resources as a supplementary TLR that could assist your learners and of course the teachers in their teaching in the new normal, that now that we have a blended teaching and learning delivery modes. Makatulong ang courseware. No? Thank you.
Yes po, ma'am. So I
Next
guess
question.
I guess our participants po over here in Zoom and over on Facebook are very satisfied po with the DOST courseware. So we don't have much questions, but we don't have much questions, but a lot of praise with the efforts po of DOST, the efforts of SEI in developing this program. So again, ma'am, I'm very thankful po kami. Thank you so much for bringing this to us po. So, thank you so much po. Ayan. So, baka po meron po tayong mga questions. Kung may
Thank
question
you
po
very
kayo,
much.
may questions po ang ating mga participants, pwede nyo pa rin po siyang ilagay. So, habang naghihintay, nag-warm up pa po ang baata yung iba nating participants, i-advertise ko lang po saglit yung ating virtual robotics contest. So, meron po tayong ongoing virtual robotics contest. The deadline submission of entries is until November 5. So, the virtual robotics contest seeks to encourage students to create and innovate a robot that solves a problem within the theme of moving forward robots in the new normal. This is open for junior and senior high school students enrolled this school year 2020 to 2021 in public or private schools in Calabarzon. The virtual robotics contest aims to spark interest among students to develop their creativity and inventiveness through appreciation of science, technology, and innovation in making possible solutions towards the new normal. Submission of entries is until November 5, 2020. For more information, please download the contest rules, criteria, and forms through this link, tinyurl.com/DOST4A robotics, or visit DOST Calabarzon's website at region4a.dost.gov.ph. So this is flashed in your screen, the mechanics for our virtual robotics contest. Baka may students po tayo who would be interested in joining this contest. Please encourage them to join the contest. So we reshared the mechanics for the virtual robotics contest in our Facebook page. That is facebook.com/DOST Calabarzon. So ayan, and not just virtual robotics contest, DOST Calabarzon has a lot of activities this month of October, and of course the following month of November, especially that the National Science and Technology Week falls in the last week of November. So we have pre-National Science and Technology Week activities. So in anticipation for NSTW 2020, DOST Calabarzon has a lot of projects, including this webinar regarding the DOST courseware. We will do this again. We will do this again for other provinces in Calabarzon. So thank you, Ms. Josephine. So again, even with that, our participants are really satisfied with the DOST course, where I could attest to them siguro po. I'm really pleased with the project that we have. So ayan. So there in our comment section, the the uh, the, the URL
Okay.
for the robotics is
Yes.
already in there. We can also, yes, but we can again to download again, to help Miss Josephine, but actually to advertise more, to make it more known, and for us to really use, and make use of the DOSC course, where you may download it on your for your laptops or desktop or personal computers over at SEI that SE hang on over at
I, SEI
sei.dost.gov.ph,
dot
and
ph.
click the DOST courseware logo. Once you're there, it's easy to download the DOST courseware. Now, if you want to download any of the DOST courseware modules in your mobile device, you can just search DOST courseware in your Apple, or in the Apple or Google store. So there we have it. Again, thank you so much Thank you
Yes.
so much, Mrs.
Thank you
Josephine.
very
Yes
much.
po. Yes.
Yeah. Please tell your students to join our robotics contest. No, magandang ano yan. Break, especially that they are all home. So, magandang break yan. Yung robotics. So, habang hindi naka-online or hindi nagmo-module to divert their attention to something very creative
Mm.
and very productive. No? Thank you very much, everyone. Keep safe. Merry Christmas po.
Ayan, thank you, Ma'am Jo. Makikita po namin ata ulit kayo sa ating
Yes.
next DOST Courseware webinar. Ayan, so maraming salamat po sa inyong pagdalo sa ating unting pagsasalo-salo. If you still have questions, you can again email Ma'am Josephine. Again, Ma'am Josephine, can you
Yes.
tell us again about your email contact information po?
Yes, that dostcourseware.ph@gmail.com. Salamat po. Thank you,
Yes.
everyone.
Thank you po, ma'am. So you can just email Mrs. Jo at dosccourseware.ph@gmail.com. So thank you so much, Ma'am Jo. Abangan niyo
Bye.
po ang mga susunod na activities ng DOST Calabarzon this November sa pag-celebrate ng National Science and Technology Week. I-follow niyo lamang po ang aming Facebook page, facebook.com/DOST Calabarzon para maantabayan ang aming updates. Muli, maraming salamat at magkita-kita po tayong muli. Thank you so much, everyone.
Bye. Keep safe, everyone.
Thank you po.
Cheer around, people. Thank you.
Ayan, okay. So thank you po. To receive a certificate of participation po for our event, please evaluate our event. The evaluation link, the evaluation form link is flashed in your screen. That's eval or eval.dostcalabarzon.ph.
Okay. Do we have our class picture?
Okay po. Yes, let's have our
Class
class
picture.
picture. Yes po. So
Send the videos, everyone.
please. Ayan. So please turn on your videos po para po makasali po tayo sa picture taking.
Oh, we have 140 something participants.
Yes po,
Thank you
over
very
here po.
much.
Tapos meron po tayo sa Facebook. So
Okay.
you're right po, because of the setup po, mas marami po tayong nare-reach na participants.
Okay, ready for class picture? DOC4A and teachers, magagandang lalaki at magagandang babaeng mga guro. Para sa bata, para sa bayan, para sa ating mga guro.
Yes po.
Thank you. Okay.
Ayan. Okay. Okay na po, Ma'am Josephine. Thank you so much po again sa ating mga attendees. Again, please fill up our evaluation form at eval.dostcalabarzon.ph. Just click on that, fill up the evaluation form. Again, thank you so much for attending our event today, and please look forward to our future activities in line with the National Science and Technology Week. So thank you very much and see you next time po.